welcome along. Tell you what, let's take you straight out to Madrid, where we can speak to Atletico star Antoine Griezmann, joining the show for the very first time. It is so good to have you with us. Huge congratulations to you. That has got to feel very good, putting Barcelona out of the Champions League and you guys booking your place through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Well done.
Thank you.
Antoine, c'est Thierry, tu veux pas parler anglais?
Non, j'ai ma fille qui parle beaucoup mieux que moi, donc j'ai pas envie qu'elle arrive à la maison et qu'elle se foute de son père. Donc désolé Thierry.
Ok,
alors on va parler en français et Kate va devoir traduire. Donc écoute, déjà félicitations.
Congratulations, don't worry.
Félicitations, non mais je voulais te poser une question.
He wants to ask him a question.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez travaillé sur cette ligne haute de Barcelone? Parce que j'ai vu que vous l'avez fait mal pas mal de fois quand même, que ce soit en Copa del Rey ou alors à l'aller ou au retour.
Barcelona, because you took advantage of that both in the Copa del Rey and tonight.
Ouais, je pense que d'abord, que ça soit chez eux et chez nous, en Ligue des Champions, on a mal joué, on n'a pas su trouver les bons espaces, les bons joueurs. Et juste quand on l'a fait 2-3 fois, on a réussi à marquer, c'est-à-dire retrouver le troisième joueur qui part en profondeur. Et je pense que c'est là qu'on a fait mal sur les buts qu'on a et les occasions qu'on a eues.
Titi, I lost it. Help me.
He said basically that the way they played at home and away, that they didn't play the way they wanted to play. They didn't find the right man into the space to be able to create a lot. And a couple of times, in a couple of occasions, they exploited the way the eye line was to be able to take advantage in the game. Antoine, j'en ai encore une pour toi. Qu'est-ce que ça te ferait pour, bien sûr, ta dernière saison, de pouvoir gagner la Champions League avec ton club de cœur?
In your last season with Atletico, what would it mean to you to win the Champions League with this team that means so much to you?
Ça serait exceptionnel. Mais voilà, je me focalise sur les matchs que j'ai à jouer et essayer de pas trop penser à plus loin.
I can't think further
Prêt
ahead
physiquement,
than
mentalement et aider l'équipe quand ils en ont besoin au milieu du terrain.
Can I ask a question?
Est-ce que... go on.
Can Antoine understand English?
Yeah, you can understand,
English?
right?
Tu comprends?
Yeah, I can try.
Antoine, Thierry Henry here will tell you, you have been one of my favourite players in the Champions League and what you've done for France for a very, very long time. So I absolutely love watching you play and I'm delighted that you're through to the semi-final. But I want to ask you how you felt when your manager Simeone gave you those such special words a week or so ago in the press conference.
C'était très émotif, je ne m'attendais pas du tout. Yeah, sorry, it was very emotional for me. I gave everything in the pitch for him, for the club, and yeah, I think we have now 2 games for the final, and for me is two final for me. So yeah, I think I'm ready.
Oh, we're so good in English. We're so good.
Mais oui, impose-toi.
Antoine, you're going to Orlando, so come on, you've got to, improve that English.
Yeah.
Then you can watch this show, of course. Have you heard about this show?
Sometimes I see some videos and yeah, I'm really enjoy your show. So thank you for doing the show.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, you know what's coming next? Who's your favorite on the show, baby?
No, my idol, Thierry Henry.
Yes.
Speak to me in French.
Antoine, merci déjà pour commencer, mais j'avais quelque chose à te dire, vraiment. Merci pour tout ce que tu as fait pour le football français, pour l'équipe de France, et tout simplement pour le football. Moi, tu m'as régalé personnellement.
Merci.
Termine bien avec l'Atletico et bonne chance à Orlando. Si tu as besoin de quoi que ce soit, je connais la MLS. OK? Et merci vraiment encore une fois.
Merci beaucoup.
Thierry wishes him the very best
de toi,
of ends to his
une
career
légende
at
française,
Atletico.
ça me touche. Merci.
to enjoy his time at the MLS.
Antoine,
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. À bientôt.
Au revoir. He said Anthony.
Oh, he's such a great player, such a classy player.
Listen, this guy, even today, his touch, his vision, the way he defends for a team, is so humble. Humility is through the roof. What he did accept for a very long time, and now he played for the national team, and now he plays under Simeone is very demanding. That you don't often see that for a player that's usually as technical like that, like what he does. He put his heart and soul into what he does, and I'm very happy that we were here to witness his career.
There's another player over in Liverpool that we would love to speak to. We're going to do that after the break. Stick around to find out.
I wanted to say something because, Lamine Yamal is outstanding, and we know, and once again, but team effort will make you go over the line. And I watched the other day the NCAA tournaments, whether if it was the final, the men's final, or the women's final. You saw two teams in the men's final that were not playing great basketball, but Michigan, the effort of Michigan, brought them over the line to beat UConn, and they didn't win the tournament for a very long time. And then you watch the final before the women's final, you see UCLA beating South Carolina, that no one thought that was going to happen, winning their first title. And you mentioned Marcos Llorente, and I don't know if you guys watched it, but the way Gabriela Jaquez played, and we can talk about Lauren Bates and Kiki, but you will know if you know Kiki, but that's a different ball game. But the way Gabriela Jaquez played,
that's the Kiki.
No, but the way. Let me finish. The way Gabriela Jaquez played that night reminded me of how UCLA won that title. If you don't play as a team, even if you have great players, you're not going to win.
This was the kind of American culture reference we were looking for earlier when you were trying to do your LeBron thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your Kiki?
You love me. Are you right?
Kiki D. Did she sing a song with Elton John?
Beside me. No, I was talking about
Drake.
Drake.
Kiki D
Kiki
is.
D.
Who's Kiki D?
Kiki D.
She sing about Elton John? Yeah. So Thierry knows one. Do you know one?
Another Kiki.
What are you looking at me for? Killian?
Kiki!
Sorry, yeah, of course. Glad we spoke about that. We're going to go to a break, everybody. We've got to speak about...
And what about Atletico Madrid against Arsenal or Sporting? Should Arsenal fans be confident, Joe, do you think?
Arsenal fans should be very, very confident. They knew they was on the plum side of the draw. The league is one entity. I think tomorrow they'll turn up and they'll perform and they'll go through. In a tough game against a very good Lisbon team, and I think a semi-final against what we saw tonight, Atletico Madrid, Arsenal were a lot stronger in so many different areas. The only thing that Atletico have got against them is the experience of being in and around. Just Simeone's a massive part of that. Oblak's a massive part of that. Koke's a massive part of that. If they can... it's going to be
being in big moments.
Big moments.
Like they're more used to being in big moments and handling big situations
occasions.
and pressure.
Yeah, big occasions, bigger games. They're used to that as a collective, as a club, the fan base, the players. So I think that's a tougher game than the Barcelona game for me.
Really?
I think the styles of play, I think the way that Barca plays we've seen over the two legs, I think they open up and allow you to attack.
The reason I have Ademola Lookman on the mind is because I've just been writing down, Joe, that you were such a massive fan of him in general, but especially in that Atalanta Europa League final.
Well, he's a London lad. He's from Wandsworth, and I like the fact that he's gone and been all around Europe in his career. And he does, every time I watch him play, he plays with a joy, he plays with a freedom, and you just really enjoyed it. And the fact tonight he's put himself in Atletico Madrid folklore with a massive goal. But big up Ademola.
Tonight's your lucky night because we're going to hear from him now because he's speaking with Becky Eyes.
Ademola, that felt like a roller coaster to watch. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, it was a bit. Obviously going 2-0 down, and then, but game of two halves in it really. So now we stuck in there, we dug in there. yeah, we got the win. Well, we didn't win tonight, but obviously we're through to the semis. So.
You certainly are, which is the important part of all of this. But in that first half, when you went 2-0 down, there was then an injury. Did that just give you a minute to reset? In the first half, 2-0 down, there was a bit of an injury, and there was sort of a break in play, and it was a point where it felt like Barcelona were very much on top. Did it just give you a second to gather yourselves, to breathe? Because then quickly afterwards, you got the goal.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I say so. I think. You know, as the game's going on, obviously you're playing, and obviously the momentum and, you know, moments happen in the game. And like you said, the pause, and then we kind of, you know, switched back into gear, and we was able to, like, you know, create a few chances, and we got the goal. So yeah, we tried to continue in that vein in the second half as well.
OK, there we go, a little bit from Ademola Lookman. He's got a big semi-final coming up in the Champions League. If you guys had to put your money somewhere, would you say that Atletico could make it all the way to the finals? You're nodding your head, go on.
I think, again, I just believe that's a tougher game for Arsenal. I don't say Arsenal can't win. I just think it's a tougher opponent, and the way they play is going to make them stop a little bit.
Joe?
I think Arsenal can beat Atletico. It can obviously go either way. It's a semi-final. They're both quality, but I think Arsenal are a better team.
You've also, look, Arsenal have got to get through Sporting Lisbon, and the fortress is not a fortress at the Emirates anymore. And it is also a very highly pressured moment in Arsenal season, guys, isn't it? Could you see them crumbling?
Well, yeah, obviously. I believe they go through. I believe they beat Sporting. But then off the back of the weekend's fixture against City, then who knows how that derails them if they don't get the points needed there. So, yeah, it's a pivotal moment for Arsenal over the next couple of weeks.
What do you think, Joe?
Of the Champions League, Arsenal, I think they can get to the final. And I don't think they can beat... In a final, anything can happen, but if you can ask me where I would put my money, I would back Bayern Munich or PSG to beat Arsenal in the final, but only just... But I do think Arsenal... I think a tide will turn at Arsenal soon, and I've backed them all the way for the league, and I still think they'll win the league.
OK. Guys, thank you very much. You've been excellent company.